Hey, I'm James Joseph, and I was born and raised in a little town called Pontyclun in South Wales. When I was around 10 years old, I saw the School of Rock movie, and ever since, I've dreamt of making music in a band. When I was 16, I joined my first band, a local metal band called Years of Exile. And for the next few years, I played a ton of shows around Wales and eventually up and down the UK. I then went on to play in another metal band called Oceans Apart. When I was 19, I started a band called Holding Absence with some of my closest friends. We began non-stop tour in the UK and Europe. We eventually got signed to Sharptone Records, and we were playing huge shows with some bands that I loved, like Counterparts and Stick to Your Guns. These were some of the best times of my life, but after a few years of riding that high, I started to feel a little different. I wasn't enjoying the band as much, and I felt a detachment from the new music we were making. I think deep down I always wanted to try and be a singer in a band too, but growing up I never felt like I had the confidence to do it. It was a really rough time for me because my whole identity was wrapped up in Holding Absence. I absolutely loved the community we had built, and after years of hard work we finally had something that resembled a career. But I was just losing my love for music, and I had no idea if I wanted to carry on being in a band. It was one of the lowest points in my life. But then, in came James B. I started living with James B, a fellow South Wales musician. We didn't know each other super well, but I knew he was a great guitarist, and we bonded over music and shared similar favourite bands, such as Queens of the Stone Age and Soundgarden. In 2020, COVID hit, and me and James were locked down together. We spent most of our time playing music together in his garage, fumbling our way through shoddy Nirvana covers, and we both came to the conclusion that it was the most fun we'd had in a long time. We felt like we were 15 again, and that could only be a good thing. We decided that we should form a band together, and James and the Cold Gun was born.